What's up guys, Drew Peacock here back with another video. It is a rainy day in California. I was planning on doing some stuff with the Mustang today, but it is pouring rain outside, thunderstorms and shit, so I'm going to just tell you guys a little story. It's kind of a weird story. It's a weird position to be put in, and again, I'm sorry for the subscriber that is kind of going to be put on blast right here. I'm sorry, man, but I'm going to tell the story. So pretty much a few days ago, I want to say maybe 5 days ago or so, I had the most random incident I think I've ever had happen to me. The day started out like any other day. I woke up, beat my meat, decided I want to be slightly more productive that day than other days. So I was like, you know what, I'll do my oil change today. So I went out, got my oil filter, got my oil filter wrench, got my oil, came back, realized that I bought the wrong oil filter and oil filter wrench. So I had to go back to the store. It was a stupid fucking long day. I was debating on recording it like a vlog style video, but thank God I didn't, because it would have been a fucking disaster. But comment down below if you want to see me record videos like that. Anyway, so I finally finished up my oil change and I start working on my brake cooling duct. That bitch came loose from going 250 miles per hour in the quarter mile. I'm under my car, I'm playing my music. My little brother has some friends over, so I don't think anything of it when a dude rides up on a bike. And so I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, he's probably here to see Steven, my little brother. And so I get off from under my car, and like he kind of comes up to me, and he's like, I can't hear him because my music is playing. And so I turned on my music, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can go right in, Steven's in there. And then he's just like, oh no, he's like, no, I was just riding around the neighborhood and I got kind of lost. And he's like, but aren't you Drew Peacock? Like, he says it kind of like you know, he's shocked. And I'm like, yeah. And then he's just like, no way, dude. He's like, dude, I love your YouTube channel. I look up to you. I watch your channel all the time. I've been subscribed since X amount of videos. He's like, and like, he's kind of like shocked. Like, I mean, like the look on his face is just like, he's just staring at me, like staring into my damn soul. And I'm sorry, but it was kind of, you know, it was a weird position to be put in. Like, he was just like examining me. It was weird. I'm telling you, it was a weird feeling. And it's something you don't really think of. Like, I never really thought, like, first of all, anyone would ever show up to my house. I was like, if I ever get recognized in public, like randomly, you know, I figured it'd be at like a car meet or something like that. But I was at my house and it was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting it, so it caught me off guard. And then I was like, well, so you're not here to see Steven? Like, you're not his friend? And he's like, no. He's like, I was just riding around. And I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of, you know, it's weird. I was like, what, you just got lost? And then he's just like, yeah. And so I'm kind of thinking in my head, like, okay, this is kind of weird. Like, I feel like this guy kind of, like, tracked me down a little bit. You know, in my videos, you can kind of see my neighborhood and shit. I mean, again, it's really hard to find someone. You know, the world is pretty big. But if you kind of are on a mission, I guess you could maybe. I don't know. I really don't think so. So, I don't know. Again, I'm kind of on the fence on how he found out where I lived, or if it was really just an accident or what. But anyway, he was like, well, do you mind if I like stick around and chat with you for a bit? He's like, I don't have to go home yet or anything like that. And I was like, well, yeah, sure. And then I'm just like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 17. And I'm like, oh, so you're a senior? And he's like, no, I'm a junior at this high school. And I'm like, oh, I went to this other high school. And he was like, yeah, I don't live too far from here. I live like right over, you know, I'm not going to say where he lives, even though he knows exactly where I live. I'm not going to say where he lives. But we start chatting. You know, he seems like a chill guy. It just was a really awkward position to be put in, because like I said, if I felt like I was going to be spotted or recognized anywhere, it'd be out in public. Like, I've met some of my subscribers, but they were on like planned occasions. Like, I would invite, like, you know, it come out in cruise day or something like that. But again, it was a plan. This wasn't planned. So I'm kind of in an awkward position. We start talking about my car. He's looking at my car. We start talking about the car he wants. And again, it's just all around kind of a weird position to be put in, because I'm still trying to work on my car, and I'm trying to also, you know, kind of entertain. And I also look like shit because I've just been under my car doing an oil change and shit. So I'm all like dirty, and I have my hat on. And so like I kind of feel like I'm kind of in like a pretty awkward position. After a while, you know, I kind of tell him that like, hey, I gotta go, which I kind of did. I did have to go. But, and I was like, I might need to go actually pick up some oil right now. And then he's like, oh, well, shit, I'll go with you if you want. And so I was kind of just like, ooh, this is a little bit awkward. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'm sorry, man. Like, you seem like a chill guy and everything, but, like, I kind of don't let strangers just climb into my car, especially underage strangers. I'm sorry. And especially people that just find my house randomly, climb in my car. I mean, yeah, it's just, I was on edge, okay? I was just kind of a little nervous. Didn't really know what was going on. So I was kind of on edge, and I kind of avoided all that. I didn't want, you know, again, a stranger randomly climbing into my car. So we were just chatting for a little bit longer, and then he started asking some semi-weird questions. Now, again, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like these are kind of weird questions to ask anyone. But he kind of just asked me, and again, I'm sorry, man, but he asked me, hey, well, do you mind if I ever just, like, stop by? Like, you know, just pop in? He's like, because my friends, you know, they're not really car people, and I don't know if you'd ever just want to hang out. And I was kind of just like, oh, well, yeah, just hit me up on Instagram if you want, you know, make sure I'm home. but I might be working or I might be out, it all depends. And he was just like, oh, okay. And so like that was like one kind of weird question. And then he asked if I'd ever be down to hang out. Like it got kind of awkward. I don't know, just like some of the questions he asked were kind of like weird and awkward, and like it's kind of hard to answer a question like that on the spot, especially when you know someone like kind of like enjoys your content and is like your fan. Like you don't want to be a dick to him, and I didn't want to be a dick to him, and like I'm not really a dick person, but like I didn't know what to say, and I kind of like was just like going along with it. So I don't know, it's probably like my bad. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have done that. But again, it was kind of just a weird question to ask, if I'd ever want to hang out at my house, or you just want to come over and kick it. That's kind of just a weird question. My house is kind of my place to relax and chill, and so I don't really want people just showing up to my house randomly. So again, it was just kind of overall weird question. Again, this was a few days ago, so I don't remember each and everything we talked about, but overall, it was just a kind of weird experience. Again, when I thought I'd randomly be recognized, I thought it would be in public, not at my house. So I was kind of just like, huh, this is different. Like, imagine you're at your house chilling, and then someone comes up who idolizes you, and you don't know how to react. That's exactly the position I was in. I didn't want to be a dick, but I didn't want to be too nice, and like, it was just weird. I just wanted to relax. And so, again, it was a weird position. Before he left, he asked one more question, and he asked, do you mind if we take a selfie? And I'm not a huge fan of taking selfies. Every once in a while I'll take a mirror selfie or something like that, but that is like the most I will do. I'm not a huge fan of being on camera, or at least being in photos. I don't mind being in video, but being on camera just isn't really my thing, at least in selfies. But I was like, fuck it, sure. I was like, I'm gonna look like shit. You're gonna get one awkward ass picture of me, so fuck it. So we took one. The light was behind us, so it looked like shit. We turned around, so the light was in front of us, like you should. And we took one. So there is an awkward selfie of me out there somewhere. I can find it if you guys really want and post it on my Instagram. I could hit him up. But it was overall just kind of a really weird, really awkward position to be in. I had to go anyway, so I went and I told him I had to leave, which I did have to leave. I got in my car and I actually left, and he followed me to the street that he needed to go to, and then he went on his way on his bicycle. Again, it was just kind of a weird position. He didn't seem like really creepy or anything like that. He didn't seem weird. He seemed like a chill guy. He talked about some other people that he's met before in the past. Like, I think Adam22, I think that's his name. I don't know his name, but he's met some other people, and we talked about that for a bit. He showed me some pictures and shit, so I don't know. Overall, it was a weird experience. I don't think the guy's really creepy or anything like that. It's just, it's weird, to show up at someone's house. Now, I don't know if he did it on purpose. I don't know if he looked for where I live. I don't know. I mean, my area is kind of secluded. I don't know. I feel like you need to really know the area to know where I live, so I don't know. It might have just been completely random, but just, again, to show up to someone's house and to start chatting with them, and then to ask if you can like hang out with them, and then I don't know. It was overall a weird experience. I could say maybe it was just his age, being a high schooler, shit like that. Maybe just is normal to you. Overall, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if he was hunting me down. I don't know if he's been back either, which is kind of weird. So, but anyway, I'm gonna wrap up that short little story right here. It was just overall a weird experience. Just imagine having someone watch you while you're doing just your everyday shit. I was just working on my car, and then just some dude is just chatting with me and just like staring at me, and like it was just overall kind of a weird experience. Comment down below what you think of the situation. Do you think he tried to hunt me down and like look for my house, or do you think it was honestly just a random occasion that he just randomly showed up to my house and randomly started talking to me? It was overall weird. I've talked to a few people about it, and they say it's kind of a sketch situation, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. Quick little announcement at the end, guys. I am planning on making t-shirts really soon here, but I need some ideas or see what you guys would like. Send some ideas to my Instagram or my Gmail. Links down in the description below. But send some ideas. I really want to get some t-shirts made. I think it'll be epic if, I got a few different designs that we can start pumping out. But again, and then maybe I'll host a little contest to see which design is the best on my Instagram. But again, just send some ideas to my Instagram. Send them to my Gmail. Looking for something simple. It's got to be a one color logo. Something simple. Picture it on a black or a white t-shirt, and then just send it to me. If for some strange reason you find out where I live, please do not show up at my house randomly. I don't think anyone would like that. Just please, it's really awkward. Don't show up at anyone's house just unexpected or randomly, or it's just, again, it puts them in a really awkward position. If you guys really want, I can host little meets and shit where you guys can come out, bring your cars or whatever, and we can like go cruise. That'd be pretty cool if you're in the SoCal area, but please just, don't show up at random people's houses. Until next video, peace.